What up, mathletes? Whoop, whoop. All right, I can't be too loud today because I got kids sleeping over there and kids sleeping over there, and my wife somewhere back there that would be like, "Be quiet." So I'm at home. Actually, I had to write this in because I corrected this on a paper and I got a new copy of it. But unfortunately, if you're watching this in class, it says EQ up here. Cross it out. There's no EQ. And go down here where it says m equals 33. M doesn't equal 33. It equals 3. That would be a huge slope. We don't need a slope of 33. It exists. We don't need it today, though. All right. So your learning chart today is I will find an equation given a slope and a point. Kind of accidentally wrote it for you, so you're welcome. There is that. And we're going to talk a little bit. So let's talk about creating equations in slope-intercept form given a, you're going to write it down again, slope and a point. A point is also referred to as a coordinate, an xy coordinate, right? It's your xy. Boom, right there. So, I have specific problems I want to figure out with my notes. I actually recorded this once before, but my computer shut down weirdly and lost everything. So we're on round 2 at like 11 o'clock at night, so let's do this. If we are given a slope equal to -2, and we're told that the line goes through the point 4, 5. What does that look like, guys? That just means 2, 3, 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have some line going down. Here's the point 4, 5, right? And it has a slope of m equals -2. That's what we're saying right here. So just that. We're saying, how can we find the equation of this line, right, from this information? Well, it's actually pretty easy. So step 1 is this. Substitute your slope and coordinate into the slope-intercept equation. So let's write that down. Substitute your slope and coordinate, xy coordinate, into the given equation, or into the slope-intercept equation. And solve for B. If you need to, pause this. Right, what is B? That's our y-intercept. Right, and y equals mx plus b. So, take a minute, pause this if you need to. Just yell out for the teacher to pause it. They will. And then we're going to move on. So again, we're told our slope is m. M equals -2. We're given this coordinate up here, right? Right here, I'm sorry. And it has you can always put xy above it. It's an x value of 4, so my x equals 4 and my y equals 5. Don't know why I wrote it backwards, just did. And we're going to plug that into the equation of y equals mx plus b. So we want to plug m, y, and x into the equation. So I'm going to put my y here, right? 5 equals my slope, which is m, or -2. And we're going to put this last one in parentheses, your x value, because it's supposed to be multiplied, and then plus b. And we're going to solve it. So again, 5 equals, what's -2 times 4 is -8, plus b. And we want to solve for b, so add 8 to both sides. And we get that our b is equal to 13, right? Awesome, that's a great step. So now step 2, write the equation in slope-intercept form. So we're going to use m and b to write the equation. In slope-intercept form. So I'm just going to it's kind of like right in the way, right? So I'm going to come on over here. And if we know that our m is what? -2. Our b we just solved for is 13. So for y equals mx plus b, to get the general equation of a line, we just need to plug those in. So y equals -2x, and since it's a positive 13, it'll be plus 13. That is our answer. Boom. Take a minute, pause it if you need to, yell out to the teacher, it'll be good. All right, I'm moving on. So, I'm going to go down to here. And we're going to practice. So for m equals 3, my slope is 3, and I got the 0.75, which I'm going to write x, y above it. What do? We got to solve for b first, right? That's the first thing we do. So we're going to plug in our y, our m, our x, and our b. So I'm going to have my y of 5 is equal to my slope of 3 times my x value 7 plus b. Oh. And then let's solve that. 5 equals 21 plus b. Subtract 21 from both sides. And we now know that our b equals negative 16. See that? B equals negative 16. Good times. So now, write the equation with m and b. So what does that mean for us? I know I gave you lots of extra room here, but I want to make sure, for the big writers out there, you know who you are. I got you. Again, our m is 3, and our b we just found out is negative 16. So we're going to have y equals 3x, and this time minus 16. You don't need to put a plus minus, just put minus 16. That's our answer. All right, again, pause if you need to. Let's try this next one. All right, kind of wrote it a little bit, but it's m equals 11/16, so I'll just write it again. And the point negative 4 1/4. Okay, so we know this is our x, this is our y again. For y equals mx plus b, I'm going to have, now don't freak out with fractions, watch how this works out. I'm going to have my y of 1/4 is equal to my slope of 11/16 times my x value of negative 4 plus b, right? And then let's do, we know we're not doing anything to 1/4 yet, equals. And I can write this over 1. What goes into both negative 4 and 16? Come on, what is it? I know some of you are thinking too. Think bigger. What bigger goes into it? Somebody yell it out. Hey, whoever's playing this, feel free to pause it. Let them yell out a little bit. All right, I guess we're back. So I'm saying 4 goes into both. 4 goes into here negative 1 times. Goes into 16 4 times. And I'm left with 11 times negative 1 is negative 11. And 4 times 1 is 4 plus b. Now this next step we actually don't have to do, but I want to do it because at times you will. It's called fraction buster, and I usually scream it out, but again, sleeping people don't want to upset, right? We're good. So what we're going to do right now is I need to think, what can I multiply through, distribute through this entire thing that will get rid of a denominator of 4, since they both have 4? Well, it's really that simple. It's 4. Sometimes they're not the same, so you have to find a common, right, multiple that'll work for both of them. But I'm going to distribute this 4 times each of the 3 terms in this equation. And when I do that, I usually like to just write a times 4 by it. Times 4, times 4, and I already have 4 here. So let's see what happens. Those cross out, I'm just left with 1 equals. Those 4's cross out, I'm left with negative 11 and plus 4b, because 4 times b is 4b. Okay, let's add 11 to both sides. And I have that 12 equals, that's gone, 4b. Right? We're going to solve for b. We know when we divide by 4, our b equals 3. Boom. So again, I have m equals 11/16. We don't care about no fraction. Don't bother us. We know our b equals 3. Let's just plug it in. Y equals m 11/16 x. And it's a positive, so plus 3. Boom, right there. Look at that. Pause it if you need to. I know I'm going a little fast. Feel free to pause it any time during this video. Let's move on up. So I have, look at this, we'll move this up just for a second. Y equals mx plus b. We know that our slope equals our growth factor, or our m equals our growth factor, which is our slope, which is our rise over run, which is our change in y over change in x, which we can find by doing our subtract the y values over subtract the x values, right? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus y1, or x1, which is the rate of change. I'm just going to keep writing this so you remember all the things that slope is, because it really covers a lot of territory, right? It's a lot. All right.